There's only one. Jones, Sule, Boom, Kunkel, Fremantle, and Nunji. And then UConn will counter with the transfer Newton. Jordan Hawkins may be their offensive engine. Most complete player, Andre Jackson, had 14 and 10 in the first meeting. Caravan is a shot maker from deep. And Adama Sanogo, the preseason Big East player of the year.
Low in the paint to make sure they're corralling that defensive rebound. Nice ball fake, huh?
Yeah, Kunkel's a good one. Splash from downtown. He has the first three.
They let him have it that 31% three-point shooter, so maybe in the scouting report early.
Jones may have gotten away with a travel. Nunji off the dish. Sule Boom giving it up to Fremantle.
Waited for the dribble. Wow, that's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the moves, all right, from mid-February and seeding time for the Big East tournament. Games like this can go a long way in helping determine that.
Yeah, I was going to say coming out of that break too, Tim, is the fact that if Danny Hurley's going to run probably his best set to get Sanogo the basketball, not necessarily him, but, and it's starting to rain down on him.
Yeah, it's Sanogo his first look.
You knew he had to basically call maybe his last second play on that to get them on track, and now all of a sudden they are.
For them. Nunji threw that one up from the hip and in a hurry.
Now you want to make sure if you're UConn that you get a very good shot.
A three ball and a good look for Naheem Aline.
Place got loud a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Obi Jones and the youngster from Alabama. They're 3 for their last 3 from the floor.
Good look.
Slapped away by Kunkel. Caravan recovers and puts it through.
He nearly brought that one back to him.
On the mismatch, a good quick maneuver to get it inside.
Smart move by Kunkel just then to go inside. Another turnover off the dribble.
Yeah, and the big guy took it away from the point guard.
Yeah, maybe time to pass the ball around a little bit.
Fremantle, he's got that game. Oh, he's absolutely spot on.
Nice
Great duck down. And Klingon missed it. Padding his stats down. Right back up. A dozen points in the second half for the first time in the season. Calcaterra spearheaded the comeback victory against the Hoyas.
Well, the first shot was not an indicator, but he shoots at 44%.
Yep. Nunji had some help from Kunkel tying up the big guy. Klingon. There's Jones again. This time. Oh, boy. Did Nunji anticipate that or what?
From the spot he was on the floor, he had to time that perfectly.
Yeah. 8.5 to go in the first half. Jackson finally gets one to drop for 7 start. He's now 1 out of 8.
Yeah, getting the last 2 shots going towards the basket.
In traffic, Hunter. Sule Boom, probably the most influential newbie in the Big East this year. Nice look. Oh, big time to Hunter. Kunkel, he does all the little things.
It was spinning in, and then it kept spinning up.
That was a French pastry. Hawkins, Sanogo follows.
And Sanogo.
See what they come up with out of the timeout. Jones, no hesitation.
There it is. Just he's going to his left and has to put the 2-foot stop down and spins back. I think he was thinking Sanogo was going to be a factor there. Work on your scouting and preparation because the games come so quickly.
Desmond Claude getting that pick from Nunji. Wow!
Baby.
Boy, did he know what to do with it. An explosion. And the Huskies, meanwhile, are 1 of 11 for downtown. Uh-oh.
That's a good look.
It was. Jones. Wow. Hello. How do you do? Business as usual. Can't get it to fall, but a recycle. And here's Newton on a dribble drive. And they get the bucket. Much needed to get this crowd engaged again.
Let's see if they continue to get something going towards the rim. There you go.
Newton going crossover. See, he's a lead guard. He's great at creating. Right. All these guys can create for themselves.
You try to shoot it back from 3, get back into it against the, going into the basket.
Well, you got to figure they'll cool at some point. How about that move there? How about that move by Desmond Claude?
The floor to go after and get it and then finish the play off.
This is a kid averaging 3.4 a game and 2 rebounds. A complimentary player playing at a higher level.
And Newton's starting to give them a lift right now.
Remarkable future he's got.
It's all about good shots right now if you're Xavier. Playing with the lead with 1 and change.
Sule! Boom shakalaka!
But he played about a 7 and change, so that's an indicator right there to your point.
And he's picking up Kobe Jones to start this half, and look at that. Sule Boom.
They're finding those handoff screens, aren't they, up front?
Logo holds on to it this time. Nice look. Nice look, and Jackson gets going.
He struggled a little bit physically and mentally to get an easy one to get his night going in the second half.
You can feel the crowd trying to get into it, and then it's boom time.
Oh, baby.
Yet to get to the strike. Sule Boom one more time. Boy, oh boy. He is something else.
In the corner, back court, they're executing the first pass well.
Jones a pull-up, Nungy the foul.
Wow, tough shot, too. Rebound in traffic. They're answering when they need to early on here in the second half.
They really are. Caravan, the dribble handoff to Hawkins. Jones, an explosion. They went to sleep on the baseline.
Xavier just keeps reacting positively. And this is a very, very impressive 24 minutes worth of basketball.
Sonogo left wide open.
It's my fault. Good leadership.
Be interesting to see if Caravan can get a 3 to go.
Nice call. There's the reason he started inbounds and ended up out of bounds.
Well, the three-point shooting is picked up. Hawkins, Sonogo keeping it alive. The human pogo stick.
Not only that, but how about the strength, the energy? It's a little more difficult than what it appears.
Hawkins a pop-up. And a pop-in. Sule Boom time. What do you think?
Not a good call. What are the numbers?
Look at that. 5 for 5 from three-point range. Newton answers.
Control your half-court pace right now if you're Connecticut.
Nice idea to get back to Hawkins.
Yeah, very good. I think it might have been a flop right there, too. Well, it has Xavier baffled a little bit, Tim.
Yep.
There you go, right to the middle.
There it is. Counted on a foul. They went right at Klingon. Those are 2 big misses at the stripe.
Yeah, takes the air out of the building just a little bit.
Wow. Claude! What a marvelous move. That's the second time. One was for a dunk. Did we get a technical too?
Might be getting a double.
A 2-shot foul the rest of the way.
That's an 83% free throw shooter, missing that shot. Nice pass, simply done. Oh, wasn't it? Just simple by Kunkel.
Well, again, challenging the big guy, and this time backs off.
Nice work. There's
Jones. Mr. Jones over Jackson. Fashion reform. Just over 9 to play. Hawkins for 3.
You know, they're calling his number, Tim, and one thing you notice.
Jones, boy, he knows how to seek. He's like a heat-seeking missile.
UConn has to get another run going.
Hawkins again. Wow. He can help it. You know, he shoots you into a lead. He can also shoot you back into a game.
Nice skip pass.
Jones again. Halfway down the cylinder and out. Hunter picks up the loose chain. Hunter 6-1 this half. The turnovers.
He's not looking to shoot it again.
5 more for Xavier. Hawkins.
Pretty good decision by Jackson to turn down that shot where he started out 1 for 7 in this game. Well defended in the corner.
Newton off the dribble handoff.
So tightly right there, he wasn't going to touch the basketball. Good reaction. Oh, look at this.
Oh, a turnover. Jackson. Wow. Jones. Count the basket. Inside the cylinder. Once ranked number 2 in the country. They didn't fall behind in the game until Georgetown in late December, and there's Hawkins again with an answer.
Had to do it. They're looking for him at the post, too.
Mungie. Oh, great pass from Claude. Xavier so resourceful. Becomes a one-possession game, and they answer. Hawkins got his man airborne. Bingo! Wistenogo had he snowbirded. He went all the way down to the other end. He was off to Florida. Mungie, great pass from Jones. Little bounce pass in traffic. Who's inserted into the lineup. And Hawkins, all outstanding three-ballers.
If you're gutsy, you might go for a quick 2, but here comes the corner. It's closed.
Sanogo to Calcaterra. Well defended. And there's a foul. This is a must. Oof. They made the shot. Too much arc. Wow.
He couldn't believe it, too. Did you see his reaction?
He was in shock. Well, he got a foul immediately, and Hawkins did.
And you put your 88% free throw shooter on the line. Not as an offensive player, want to go for a rebound. The game, if you recall, is pretty close to a foul.
All right, well, they will have a chance. No timeouts.
This baseball pass, what you want to do is make sure you're turning your wrist in like a screwball throw to keep it somewhat straight for your target.
Yep. It's Hill to Leitner time. Klingon gives it up. There's the 3. And it's an air ball. A nice idea to get it to Tristan Newton. 82-79, and Xavier gets the hard-earned season sweep against Connecticut.